Hello and welcome to Old Nintendo Gamer
and Son.
Today we're going to take you through the top 10 GameCube games according to us. And unfortunately Morgan hasn't played much GameCube, have you?
I haven't.
Not at all. But you've seen some gameplay videos on YouTube.
Yes.
So he's got an informed opinion, but most of these will be from my memory. Let's get into number 10. It is...
Luigis Mansion. Well, I know what Luigi's Mansion 3 is because it came out on the Switch.
Yeah. Did you see me play through it?
No.
Some of it.
Yeah, some of it.
Yeah, I do like Luigi's Mansion. The first one was a looker for its time, a little bit short, but the animations of Luigi when he was scared at the transparencies of the ghosts showed what the GameCube could do graphically back then, and the gameplay was as fun as ever.
Number 9 is Super Smash Bros. Melee.
And this one is you chose more than me, so why Smash Bros. Melee?
Because, well, Smash Bros. Ultimate was amazing, and because I like Super Smash Bros., the original one, and Melee is a bit better.
Yes, it's faster. It's the one that a lot of Smash Brothers fighters relate to, saying it feels more like a fighter than any other one.
Yes.
Except Ultimate's come along, and I think Ultimate has topped it for now.
Yeah.
Okay, on to number 8, and this one is definitely one of mine. Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2 Rogue Leader. Follow-up to the N64, which had 2 Rogue Squadron games, but one was based around Battle of Naboo. This one, graphically, made you feel like Luke Skywalker. Flying down the Death Star trench run in the first level, blowing the Death Star up, and then from there on, going on little various missions. Even the Battle of Hoth, fantastic Star Wars nostalgia from the seat of a cockpit.
Is there a Battle of Endor?
Yes, there is. Yes, that's one of the final levels. I don't know if it's the last one, but it's right at the end. There's a Battle of Endor where everybody's, there just seems to be everything. There's Star Destroyers in the background. There's all the rebel gunships and everything on your side, and you're flying between them, taking TIE fighters and B-Wings and all that, shooting them all down.
Nice. Number 7 is another Paper Mario game. It's called Paper Mario The $1000-Year Door.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what the story is, but the only thing I know is the battling system.
Which is
you have certain moves, not like Stick a Star.
It's more of a turn-based RPG.
Yes.
So my turn, your turn, my turn. Where you choose your move and you hit them, but you don't have items to, for durability or anything like Stick a Star. You're right.
Yeah. And the most important thing is, it's not unfair.
True, you have to level up and learn how to beat the enemies. It's less unfair, that's for sure. But what I also liked about it, the story was very, very funnily written throughout, and the cast of characters hasn't been bettered in a Paper Mario yet. Each Toad had their own personality, they wore different clothes, and I'm hoping that the new Paper Mario, the Origami King, takes some of what made the $1000-Year Door fantastic and implements it well. Number 6 is one of mine again, most because this one is a scary Resident Evil game. It's Resident Evil 4 on the GameCube. Obviously didn't have the pointer controls that the Wii version later did, but one of my highlights of the GameCube is Resident Evil 4. The variety of scenes that you were put through, from protecting the president's daughter at places, to shooting at gargantuan bosses, to buying items from the stranger. Hello, stranger. And the opening scene where you're attacked by an endless array of villagers and you have to run for your life basically while fending them off and pushing them off ladders as they're climbing up was, and still is to this day, one of the best scenes of gameplay I've put myself through.
Number 5 is another Mario game. It's Super Mario Sunshine.
Not classed as the best Mario of all time, but still, regardless, a beautiful 3D platformer.
Yes.
What separates this from Mario Galaxy? It was the inclusion of the FLUDD, which is Mario's backpack. EGAD from Luigi's Mansion popped in and said, Mario, here's a backpack, because Mario is tasked with cleaning all the mess up that Shadow Mario, or Baby Bowser Jr., has made all over the island. He was imprisoned for it, wrongly, and then his job is to use that FLUDD, suck water up, and then shoot the water out and clean up the town. And then he goes into paintings, just like in Mario 64, throughout the hub world of Delfino Plaza, and you go on to fight many, many squelchy bosses.
Yes. Number 4 is another game of mine, is Kirby Air Ride. Now this is a bit like Mario Kart, but it's Kirby based.
And when Mario Kart's got an accelerate and brake button, Kirby doesn't. It just accelerates automatically.
Yeah, and your car is your warp star.
Which, as we know from the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate intro, Kirby is the only person to get away.
Yep.
So he's fast.
When I first looked at it, I was like, how?
He's Kirby.
Yeah, amazing. Number 3 is another racing game. It's Mario Kart Double Dash.
This is not counted as one of the best Mario Kart games, even though it's a family favourite in our house, due to the dual kart races, one hanging off the back, and your ability to switch between the front and rear user, and then each user, when they're at the back, has a special power-up, like, for example, Yoshi would have to throw a massive egg towards people. Separated this from other Mario Karts, and it's got some wonderful, wonderful tracks like the volcano level.
Number 2 is another Zelda game, is The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker.
Yes, I suppose on the Wii U it was bettered in its HD form, but the kind of cel-shaded look of the Wind Waker disgusted a lot of people in the first place. But even if you go back to it now, because of the graphical style that they chose to represent this game in, it's still astonishingly beautiful, and some beautiful gameplay elements as well. There was more of a stealth mechanic in certain places where you're dodging enemies, trying not to get into combat, but when you did get into combat, there was a beautiful counter system which got you to rotate around people and hit them from behind.
Yes, and it's all like a cartoon. Very nice. Number 1 on which is the top of the list, is Metroid Prime, the first one. The first one.
The second one didn't live up to the expectations of the first one because of some of the mechanics in it. So the first one is the standout on the GameCube. Absolutely beautiful. The soundtrack is mesmeric, especially when you go into places like Fendrana Drifts and it's snowing. It just puts you in the place. But every little attention to detail, the reflections in your visor of Samus's face under certain lighting conditions as it would in real life. Phenomenal piece of art. So that's our top 10 GameCube games, Moggs.
Have a safe and fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in another video.
Goodbye. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and give us a like if you've enjoyed our content. You can also check out our other great content on Twitter, Facebook, and the Any Café podcast from all good podcast providers. Just follow the links below.